Hello! It is our last day. Well, it's not really our last day, it's our last morning. We've just been to IHOP and we had a huge breakfast, like pancakes and crepes, which was amazing. But now we're heading back to the hotel because we have a plane to catch, unfortunately. We were saying maybe we should pretend that we actually have COVID and we can't go home. That would be nice. So that's what we're doing today. We are going home. Okay, we are at the airport. We've just checked in, got our boarding passes, but the lines to check in, there is a line behind us for Australian passport holders, and then there is another one for people not holding an Australian passport, and it's like essentially just to speed up the process of who is coming in and out of the country. So obviously the line for people with Australian passports is so much longer, but there was a couple next to us that don't have Australian passports. I mean, I've got a New Zealand passport, but obviously the partnership agreement makes that easy, and like the paperwork they had to show was mind-blowing, and like quarantine requirements and all of that. Absolutely wild. There is no one here. Like, literally no one here. We must be the only flight. I reckon maybe 100 people. Look, oh, there's a guy walking back there. There's a man sitting on that chair. We are at the airport. We are going home. That is our plane behind us. It's just landed from LA and onward bound to Australia, to Sydney. So I have had a few questions and messages about what you need to do once you're overseas to re-enter Australia. Now, this was all done at the check-in gate, so where you check in your bags and you check in for your flight, and it was quite simple, although it was quite a lengthy process. So Hawaiian did have two lines, one for Australian passport holders and one for non-Australian passport holders. So once we got there, we handed over our passports. There was four things: our passports, then we had to have a printed copy of our international vaccination certificate. At the moment, that is for people that are 12 years and older. That means that he obviously is not eligible to be vaccinated yet, therefore he did not need to show it. Then that can all be obtained from Medicare, so that was fine. Then we had to do an Australian travel declaration form. That was an app we downloaded to our phone. We then scanned our passports, infilled some information about our flight, like what would we be doing. There was questions like, are you traveling to another state, those sort of things, and essentially it says, do you need to quarantine or not? It was assessed straight away. We then got like a little green section that said assessed, so the lady at the check-in counter looked at that. And then the last thing we did was our COVID test. We had to show the results of that, and so Australia has just changed the rules as well, like as of last weekend. So it's currently the 28th of January, and I think about like the 23rd they changed it, that children under the age of 5, I don't know if it's 5 and under, so you might need to check that, but children under the age of 5 do not need to get COVID tested to re-enter Australia. So luckily for us, because it was $175 per person where we got tested, I did see places that were $120 per person. However, it was hard to make an appointment, and yeah, we ended up paying. We just wanted to get home. Bags for headphones, and it's like all eco-friendly. We were all asleep on the flight over, so we didn't get it.
I can't open it.
She can't even open it. I think it was headphones and a face mask. What's that? Oh, and earplugs as well. Oh, that is, look at this. So cute. I love those little extra touches. So we got on the plane, which is like practically empty, and they gave us like a snack service, and now we are eating our lunch service. It's so different to like what planes used to be, when you like a chicken and mushroom and rice. So can't complain, but I mean like there's no one around. Okay, it's like a snack service right now, and this is the cutest thing ever. We got this little literally says Hawaiian Airlines on it, and we have Honolulu cookie, and then there is a sandwich. So there's like one is ham and cheese and one is egg. I'd like to. Okay, we are inside the toilet, like the toilet, the lavatory in the plane. Now, not sure if you're ever wondering. Let's do that. Like this is the change table, and I'll show you exactly how it works. If I'm going to change him, this is what I'm making. His feet are currently in the sink. No. Look at this. It's ridiculous.
If you get a positive result on either of these tests, you must have a PCR, nose and throat swab at a testing clinic. These are free. Do not enter healthcare, aged care or disability care or correctional facilities until at least 7 days have passed.
We are back in Sydney. Wow, that was wild. Someone from like New South Wales Health got on the plane and gave a big spiel about what we can and can't do, what the rules are. The entire flight, we kept getting in trouble. Like that was our 5th flight this whole time, and the entire time we were getting in trouble. Like if you didn't put your mask on immediately after you ate or drank, it was just like, it was so different.
I was laying down, the guy was like, put your mask on, I was like,
it was something else. We're in the car park, we're just like trying to do the jigsaw of getting in. This guy is asleep. When we landed, it was an absolute mess. So our flight landed and another flight from Fiji. So there was those 2 flights, and there was another 2 flights coming from Fiji and one coming from London as well. So it's currently 20 to 9. And it was just like, they only had 3 people on the like passport control or immigration, and then also on top of that, people just hadn't done the paperwork that they needed to do. So it was taking so long, and end of school holidays, there was like all these families that have just particularly come back from Fiji. We were really fortunate. Our flight was like literally empty. Everyone had their own seat, their own row. So yeah, that was definitely, if you're coming through immigration at the moment, make sure you get your stuff ready, make sure you give it time.